Hey everyone, I'm Prabhu and I welcome you all to our Simplilearn YouTube channel. Today, we'll be going over streams in C#. But first, let me remind you that we have our daily updates on numerous technologies. So if you are a tech geek looking for the latest technological innovation, then try subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon and never miss an update on Simplilearn. So now, without any further ado, let's get started with the agenda for today's session. We will begin the session with a discussion on what are streams and their purpose in a real-life situation. Then, we will have a brief discussion on the types of streams. Following that, we will discuss each of these streams one by one. First, we will go through binary stream. Then, we will go through text stream. Finally, we will end this session with a demo on reading and writing in a text file. Now, let's get started with a discussion on what are streams. First, a stream is an organized sequence of bytes that is transmitted from one application to input device to another. These bytes are transmitted and read sequentially and always arrive in the same sequence they were sent. Next, streams are the main way of transmitting information in the computer world. Streams enable various programs to access computer data and create network connections with remote systems. Then, in the world of computers, many operations can be interpreted as either reading or writing to a stream. For example, printing sends a sequence of bytes to a stream associated with the corresponding port to which the printer is connected. At last, when you read or write from or to a file, you must first open the stream to the matching file. Then we will execute the reading and the writing, and then we have to close the stream. Next, let's go over the types of stream. There are two types of streams defined. First, we have binary streams. Then, we have text strings. Let's discuss them in detail. First, let's have a look at binary streams. A binary stream comprises one or more bytes of unique data. Users may write the value contained in an abstract object to a byte-coded or a binary stream and read back the identical value that was recorded in the object when the user wrote it. Next, the library function do not change the byte sent between the program and the binary stream. They can, however, append an arbitrary amount of null bytes to the file that you write with the binary stream. The application must deal with the additional null byte at the conclusion of the binary stream. Then, except for positioning relative to the end of the binary stream, location within a binary stream is always well defined. The current file position indication can be obtained and changed the same way as a text stream can. Finally, the file is viewed as a series of bytes in a byte stream, except for the potential changes discussed previously. The stream appears to the application as the same sequence of bytes. Next, let's discuss text streams. A text stream comprises one or more lines of text that may be written to a text-oriented display and viewed. Next, a software reads a NL or new line at the end of each line while reading from the text stream. After that, the software prints an NL to signify the end of the line when writing to a text stream. The library functions can change the amount and representation of characters transferred between the application and a text stream to meet different conventions for encoding text in files among target environments. The last, positioning is constrained inside a text string. Calling fgetPos or ftell will return the current file position indication. By using fsetPose or fseek commands, you may place a text stream at a location found in this manner as well as at the start or end of the stream. Finally, let's conclude this session with a demo to read or write on a text file. Now, we will start with creating a new project. We will be creating a console app. So console, then we have app. Now we have these many options. Note that we will be using a .NET Framework 1 as well as which uses C#. So let's use this. Then we will go to next. Let's name this text file demo. We will use the framework .NET Framework 4.7.2. Then we will hit create. Now let's get started. So first, we will define string and name it file dir. Then we will hit enter. Now here we will be entering the file path to which a text document will be stored. So we will use @, then we will use semicolon. Now we have to give an address here. So let's first go over and create a new folder. I've already created a folder, so let's directly go over there. Here, this is my folder, text file demo. Now we will create a new text document. We will name this as demo file. Let's name this. Now we will go over properties and we will copy its location. Control C. We can close this. Now we will go back here. We will paste this. We will add one back arrow and write the name. So name was demo file. Let's make sure that we are using the right name. Demo file app should be capital. Demo file .txt. Now we will create a list. So we will have a list. This list will have string. We will name this text lines. Equals to new list string and close. Then we will write a file function file.read. We are using file. Now it may happen that it's not working. So what we will use is just using system.io. This will give us the correct directories to use these. So let's write again. So read all text. So we have options like read all text, read all bytes. Let's suppose if we are using binary string or we are using text string. But let's go and use read all lines so that it's easier to rope in both of these cases. So we will use read all lines. Then we will give the file path as file dir dot. But now, by default, this file only uses a string array. So we will need to convert this whole thing into a list. So we will use toList. Now you guys must be asking, we haven't added anything in that file. So list, how is it going to read all lines from that? So first let's go over to the text file and add some data to it. So we'll go here, we'll open this. Let's write some data. Let's use superhero names. So Superman, he is from DCEO. Then we have Batman, or let's use Spider-Man. He is from MCU. Then we can use Hulk, again MCU. Let's use someone from DC, so let's use Flash, DC, EU. Let's have one more, Wonder Woman. DC. Let's save this and close this. Now we have added some data in these. So let's go back to our code. Now, according to our code till now, it should have read all the data from the file. But now we have added the data to file. How about we check if it actually got added or not? So let's have a for each loop. So for each line, for each string, line, and text lines. Let's close this. Okay. Now we have better look at the code. So then we will have console dot write line. Here we will have line. Now this will print out all the lines. Now let's also add a console dot read line. This command will make sure that the console window which will open when we will run this code will not close. It will only close after we hit enter. Now let's run this, and as you can see, it has finally read the data from the text file. Now how about we can write something on this? So we will close this. Then after this for each, let's add some data to this list. So we will use text lines dot add, and in curly braces, let's add another superhero, Iron Man, and its universe as MC. Now this will add the data to the list. But how do we write this data to the file? So we will use file dot write all lines. Then for the file path, we will give a file dir, and what we want to write all these lines here will be from the list text lines. Now we will save this and let's run it. But why is it not printing the new line which we just added? That's because this program where this file, this printx function ran before then we were adding, but it still did add these lines. So to check that, we can go and check that file. Let's open it, and here you can see we have Ironman MCU. Now let's comment these lines so that we don't add double values. Now run this again. Now as you can see, the Ironman is added to this list. And this is how you read and write to a file. Now let's get back to our slides. And this was all for today's session. Hope you guys found it informative and helpful. If you liked this session, then like, share and subscribe. If you have any questions, then you can drop them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.